Michelle and Jenna here today with two very special guests, Mr. Mike Stramalio and Mr. John Brostrom at MWA headquarters.
Good to have you both here with us today. And we have, for all of you that may or may not know, Mike and John are going to be traveling across the country to Washington, D.C. These two guys right behind us.
Wild hog.
Both of them.
Wild hogs. Easy Rider. He's looking very BA today.
BA.
Very much. So, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about the ride and why you chose to participate in Rolling Thunder, and specifically why you decided to dedicate this ride to Maryann?
Well, about a year or two ago, I always wanted to do, the bucket list thing with the Rolling Thunder. It was one of those rides I always wanted to do, and my buddy JB and I had been talking about doing some of these rides, and we've done some of them. And this one was really important to me. It's about honoring the fallen, the MIAs, and obviously the military folks we've lost throughout the years. So I wanted to do it, and I asked JB if he would join me on this ride. And then he said yes, and about a year ago we learned that a very dear friend of ours, Maryann Ingoglia, really had lost her courageous battle to leukemia, a disease that, of course, you and I are very familiar with, given Mo's background and survival of leukemia. So we asked Bob Ingoglia if he would be kind enough to allow us to add a charitable ride to the military ride, the Rolling Thunder ride. He was gracious enough and wonderful enough to let us do that. And we are going to be raising funds and charitable donations across the country. And I am going to be following this guy. I am going to be wingman to Top Gun.
Thank goodness.
All the way across the country.
So, JB, why don't you tell us a little bit about the stops along the way? Make sure that this guy gets where he's supposed to go.
Certainly.
Because I am old.
That's right.
Certainly. Next Sunday morning, that's the 19th of May, we will depart Scottsdale. First stop is Albuquerque. At the crack of dawn, we'll be heading to Oklahoma City.
Beautiful.
Exactly. The east side of Oklahoma City. Then we'll get up the next morning, and we will head to Memphis. We'll be on the east side of Memphis. The following morning, Knoxville, Tennessee. Finally, the next morning we'll be in Charlottesville, Virginia, or in that area, and that'll be on a Thursday morning. So that Friday morning, we will roll into the great city of Washington, D.C., the capital of the world.
Awesome.
Yes.
And we have some events to attend on Friday, and of course, the main event on Sunday. Sunday morning, we will roll through what we call Rolling Thunder to honor the vets. We'll be there with a few of our friends, somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 bikers. We will line up at the Pentagon, both the north and south parking lots, starting about 4 o'clock in the morning. When the parade finishes, Mike and I will head to Pittsburgh. We'll spend the night in Pittsburgh and get up on Memorial Day and ride into Chicago, where we will officially end our trip.
Awesome. Well, JB, you are in charge of this trip.
You are
and
in
keeping
charge.
our fearless leader safe. So
Safe is no problem. Safe is no problem.
well, we wish you
Yeah.
a very safe trip to DC and back.
And if I can add, to all of our dealer friends and customers all across the country, if you happen to be in the areas of those cities that JB was just mentioning, please give us a call. We'll let you know where we're staying. We'd love to buy you a drink and say hello. And we encourage you to participate by joining the website, following us all across the country. We'll be GPSed and mapped thanks to the friends over at USFT and Jack Duncan.
Yes.
So again, for the industry, we thank you for your participation. For those of you who have already donated, I'm very grateful. It's a great and courageous fight to beat leukemia. And we will see you in DC. And he's the muscular guy. I'll
Look
be
at
the
him.
guy in the back.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
As the great artist 50 Cent says,
yeah.
get to DC or die trying.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Howdy. As 50 Cent says, get to DC or die trying.